Good evening. I'm Henry Abernathy with the breaking news. It seems that the sneaker resale market has drastically plummeted. Guess now's a good time to buy what you like and not for the hype. What up, Prime Mega New Trees representative full trees up. How's everybody doing? How's the week going? You know, I gotta check in with y'all. You know, it's crazy out here. So is sneaker resale dying? Or are things just returning back to normal? Or a little bit of both? Because prior to this, I don't know about any of y'all, it used to be a time where you could go get whatever sneaker you chose, whatever you wanted. And yes, it carried its own little bit of hype, or a lot of hype, depending on the shoe and the story behind the shoe, things of that nature. And it shouldn't matter, especially nowadays. I mean, I guess now everybody's heart is broken because certain pairs are left on shelves. You know, people's hearts are broken, feelings is hurt because them things is expensive, man, and we in different days and times. It's just expensive, and certain things are just not in demand. And sometimes, you know, people gotta eat. That's first and foremost. If your priorities is where they're supposed to be, you're gonna choose the necessities first. And as we know, sneakers are not a necessity, especially expensive ones. So the Jordan 11s is sitting, the Jordan 11 Columbia, that's sitting. Jordan 3s, the black cement, they're sitting. They didn't sell out like everybody expected them to and wanted them to. So if you're out there actually buying sneaks just for the fact that, oh, they're gonna sell out, you're in for a big surprise if you haven't woken up yet. Because these kids they're not with it. You know, they rocking A6 New Balance, and these sneakers aren't cheap either. They up there too. But on the scale of value and comfort, the new generation is not willing to sacrifice their comfort and their pockets for this madness that's going on right now. So, you know, it's one thing to be in it for a hobby. You collect, cool, but don't be upset when things don't necessarily go to your liking as far as the hype. And if you entered the shoe game just for the hype, cool, no judgment. But I'm just telling you that there's a paradigm shift taking place. If you haven't noticed it yet, on multiple, I mean, you can go out in the world and go in the store yourself and see. I noticed it for the past couple seasons. I've been able to go get my pairs of things that I wanted right into the store, no problem. I honestly was shocked at first, but then I was like, you know what? This is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to go get the shoe that you want, in and out, simple. Not waiting in line wrapped around the building. Now, and I'm assuming, or I should know, that the companies that make these popular items, they love for people to line up and camp out outside because it adds to the hype. And then the hype, I guess, translates into the value because there are people that are addicted to the hype. And then once the hype wears off, they no longer are interested in the particular item, the materialistic, you know. So I just feel like this is a good indication for me that I am in this because I've always been going to get what I like, simply because I like it. That's it. Case in point, a few years prior, I was just grabbing my sneaks out of Ross. I ain't gonna hold you. I had a part-time job. I just got laid off. Only had a part-time job. And Ross had some heat. Low-key had some heat. I bought a few, probably what are the Team Jordans? I bought one pair of those. Those are actually too small. I don't know what happened to those. I actually found a pair of, I believe they're Black Cat LeBrons with the bubblegum sole, 13s. And let me tell you, I think I paid about maybe 50, 60 bucks. I looked them up on StockX at one point. They were worth way more than I thought. I still have them to this day. Now, I did make a mistake and try to wear them with a fit to a party. And yeah, they didn't, you know, if you've ever seen LeBron 13s, they some stompers. They absolutely some stompers. Actually, I think I have them. Hold on. So yeah, behold, it's kind of dusty, forgive me, the LeBron 13. It's a great shoe. I mean, functional. Now, it's black. Yeah, I tried to pull it off with some fits, some tapered off jeans, and I mean, I thought it was alright. Maybe I shouldn't have worn them to the party. And also, yes, they're stompers, and they look like space boots on my feet. I wear 11s, so they look like yachts, cruise ships, you name it. And it's wild, but I will say this: LeBron 13s are comfortable, and I hope I think yes, they're 13s. I ain't an expert, y'all, but I believe they're 13s. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm sure somebody will. But my feet, this is how well, they're like tanks on your feet. And my feet, how can I put this? My feet felt safe in them things. Like, I feel like I could just stick my foot out. Like if I was at a bus stop and the bus could roll over my foot and I'd be fine. Nothing wrong. Toes still intact. That's how tough and bulletproof them sneakers are. I mean, they heavy. So you gotta think they're built and created for an athlete that's just about 7 feet tall and sturdy. And you can feel it, like you can jump off your roof and land on your feet. It will absorb all the shock. Your knees, your hips will remain intact. I'm telling you, I put money on them 13s. I'm telling you. But besides the functionality and all that, I couldn't seem to get the great fits. They was alright with sweats. I ain't gonna lie, like the little tech sweats, they was alright, you know, until they started getting dusty and I was wearing them too much. So anyway, but sneaker hype. You know, let me know how y'all equate where we're at right now. Do you think that we're really, like, things are going back to the way they were, or is it getting worse? I guess there's a few ways to look at that, because there's different categories of how you want to look at things economically. You know, if we want to really delve into that, on one hand, you know, when you see products that are typically sell out, there's a few things going on. Either people don't have the money, which is probably number one, and or number two, just losing interest. You know, again, the kids, they didn't come up during the times that we came up. You know, they never, and I knew this was going to happen. You know, the parents of the kids are the ones buying them the Jordans, you know, but they wouldn't know Michael Jordan if he walked up. In my opinion, I don't know if this is all, you know, if they've been raised right, they know who Mike is. But some of these kids, the further and further we get with the generations, to become more and more disconnected. Mike is not a hero to them like he was to us. Kobe and so forth and so on. Maybe actually Kobe, because he's more recent. I would say. I take that back. Yeah. So yeah, there's economics involved. You know, whatever's going on in the world right now. There's a lot of things. But like I said, I feel like them New Balances, and it's funny, everything's going back again, literally the way it was, because we were wearing New Balances when I was in middle school. I had a new pair of New Balance, the hiking Johns. I don't even know if I can find a picture. If I can, I'll post it up. But yeah, everything is like balancing out. There's not one the monopoly that Nike has I don't want to say it's crumbling because they still up there. Nike, don't sleep. Nike is still king, but they creeping up. Everybody is creeping up right there. Everything is leveling out, because I think Nike needs to pay more attention to what's going on, what the real need is, and not just leaning on legacy. Not just leaning on legacy, which is cool. You put all your stock and you built a lot in it to build equity in your legacy. And yes, the legacy will pay out dividends, but at some point you've got to stay innovative. You know what I'm saying? And not that they aren't, but some things just need to be recalibrated, so that things can flow more evenly. Like, yeah, have your legacy releases, and then also some new stuff, And I think they actually might have made a mistake in like oversaturating Jordans, so to speak, because they got used to them selling out. I don't think they were really paying attention to when it started to swing. The market started to come back around another way, not to their liking, or maybe not to their favor. But we'll see. Honestly, 2025 is going to be a year that we are going to see where Jordan really stands in the market, because they're releasing a lot of Grail type. I know one of them is some people's Grails. The things that they're releasing. I heard that they are pushing some back, but it's a lot. So much so that I had to actually start budgeting in my mind. Like, all right, I'm gonna need at least one or two of them coming out in 2025, somewhere in the spring, summer. I told y'all February, I'm on them breads, them 85 cut breads. I gotta have those. Honestly, another thing, them Jordan 1 low mochas are still out there. I checked the Foot Locker. I don't know why I checked Foot Locker, but there's still some pairs in my size, and I'm also thinking about getting those because I got some gift cards, and man, they would be cheaper for me. I would definitely be getting a break. The Grand Royals is there. You got Rookie of the Year coming out next month. It's like, oh God. So I got some decisions to make, some choices, because those two lows is great, and then them bread 85s is like, So either way, I still win because the lows. I just bought my first pair of lows this past summer, the Shadows, and I love those. I love lows now. Like, I didn't think I would, but wow. But anyway, comment down below. How do y'all think is going on? What do you think is going on in the current situation? Like, do you like where we're at, where you can just go to the store and get whatever pair of sneaker you want, and possibly below retail? Like, that's amazing to me. That's the way it should be. I know that the creators and designers and the owners of these brands, they're not happy about that, but I feel like it's just equal distribution at this point. It's fair game, fair playing field. So let me know, comment below. All right, so I'll be talking to y'all a little bit. Have a blessed week, have a blessed day. Let's get it, y'all.